Have the Springboks just received a major boost after their impressive win over England? A decision that looked settled on match day has now become one of the biggest talking points in international rugby. Former Test referee Nigel Owens believes that Kurt-Lee Arendse was unfortunate to receive a yellow card during the match. Even more interesting, he says the general view within World Rugby is that the incident should never have resulted in a sin bin. So what really happened? Why are rugby experts now calling it a gray area? And could this moment lead to future changes in how referees interpret one of the game's most difficult laws? Let's break it all down. The recent clash between the Springboks and England produced plenty of exciting rugby. The South African side started the game with confidence and intensity. They controlled possession, defended aggressively, and attacked with speed. Everything seemed to be going according to plan. Before long, the Springboks had built a comfortable 17-point lead. Their physical style and quick transitions were causing serious problems for England. But then came one moment that completely changed the conversation. Winger Kurt-Lee Arendse chased an attacking play and stretched one arm above his head to reach the ball. The ball slipped away instead of being collected. The on-field officials reviewed the incident. After consultation, the decision was made. A deliberate knock-on. Yellow card. For 10 minutes, the Springboks had to continue with only 14 players. Although South Africa eventually remained in control and secured victory, the yellow card quickly became one of the biggest discussion points after the final whistle. Fans debated it across social media. Former players shared different opinions. Refereeing experts also began analyzing every angle of the incident. Now, one of rugby's most respected referees has added his voice. Former international referee Nigel Owens discussed the incident during World Rugby's Whistle Watch program alongside former Wales international Jamie Roberts. The conversation focused on one important question. Was this really a deliberate knock-on deserving a penalty and a yellow card? Or was it simply an unlucky attempt to catch the ball? According to Nigel Owens, many supporters misunderstand the law. He explained that the number of hands used is not the important part. A player can legally catch a rugby ball with one hand. Professional players regularly make spectacular one-handed catches. So using one hand alone does not automatically make an action illegal. Instead, officials should ask a different question. Did the player have a realistic opportunity to regain possession of the ball? That is the key point. If the answer is yes, then an unsuccessful catch may simply be judged as a normal knock-on. If the answer is no, and the player clearly had no chance of catching the ball, then officials may consider it a deliberate knock-on. But the discussion does not end there. Even if an action is considered deliberate, that does not automatically mean a yellow card should follow. Nigel Owens explained that referees must also examine what happened next. Did the action prevent a line break? Did it stop an attacking overlap? Did it remove a clear scoring opportunity? Only after considering those factors should a yellow card become part of the discussion. This extra step is extremely important because not every deliberate knock-on deserves temporary suspension. Every incident has its own context. Every situation must be judged individually. During the program, Jamie Roberts was asked whether he believed Kurt-Lee Arendse had a genuine chance of catching the ball. His answer was simple. Yes. He believed the South African winger realistically could have regained possession. That opinion matched the view shared by Nigel Owens. Then came perhaps the most significant part of the discussion. According to Nigel Owens, the general opinion among World Rugby officials is that the incident should have remained only a knock-on. He explained that the television match official should not have become involved in upgrading the decision. In his view, the replay suggested that Arendse genuinely attempted to gather the ball. It was simply an unsuccessful catch. Nothing more. That statement immediately attracted attention across the rugby community. Whenever experienced referees openly discuss decisions, supporters naturally become interested. Refereeing is already one of the most challenging parts of modern rugby. Every movement happens at incredible speed. Officials often have only seconds to make important decisions. Video review systems have certainly improved accuracy. However, they have also created greater scrutiny. Every decision is now replayed repeatedly. Every angle is examined. Every interpretation is debated. That is exactly what happened here. Although Nigel Owens believes the yellow card was unfortunate, he also admitted the situation is not completely straightforward. He described this part of the law as a gray area. Different referees may interpret the same incident differently. Some officials might believe the player had a realistic chance of catching the ball. Others may feel there was never any possibility of regaining possession. That difference in interpretation can produce different outcomes. This is why Nigel Owens believes greater clarity would help everyone involved in the game. Players would better understand what is expected. Coaches would know how incidents are likely to be judged. Supporters would experience fewer confusing decisions. Most importantly, referees across different competitions could apply the law more consistently. Consistency remains one of the biggest goals in international rugby. Fans do not necessarily expect every decision to be perfect, but they do hope similar incidents receive similar outcomes. That helps build confidence in the officiating process. For the Springboks, the discussion does not change the final result. South Africa still produced an impressive performance. The team remained disciplined despite playing with 14 men for part of the contest. Their defensive organization stayed strong. Their attack continued creating opportunities. Their overall game management impressed throughout the match. That resilience has become one of the defining characteristics of the modern Springboks. Whether leading comfortably or facing difficult moments, they continue to trust their system. That mentality has helped them remain among the world's strongest rugby nations. For Kurt-Lee Arendse, the latest comments may offer some encouragement. As one of the most exciting attacking players in World Rugby, his game depends on speed, instinct, and split-second decisions. Sometimes those moments happen so quickly that outcomes can appear different depending on the viewing angle. In this case, experienced referees now believe he was genuinely trying to gather possession rather than intentionally stopping play. That distinction is important. It protects the reputation of players who compete fairly while still allowing officials to punish clear offenses when necessary. The debate also highlights another positive aspect of rugby. The sport regularly reviews its own decisions. Former referees, current officials, and governing bodies openly discuss controversial moments. These conversations help improve future decision-making. Instead of ignoring difficult incidents, rugby often uses them as learning opportunities. That approach benefits everyone. Players continue developing. Officials gain additional guidance. Supporters gain a better understanding of complex laws. The game itself becomes stronger over time. Looking ahead, this incident could encourage further discussion about how deliberate knock-ons are judged. It may even contribute to clearer guidelines for referees at every level of the sport. While no law can remove every disagreement, clearer interpretations can certainly reduce confusion. For now, the official match result remains unchanged. The Springboks celebrated an important victory over England. The yellow card remains part of the match record. But the conversation surrounding that decision continues. And thanks to the views shared by Nigel Owens and Jamie Roberts, rugby fans now have a deeper understanding of why this incident has generated so much debate. Sometimes the smallest moments create the biggest discussions. One attempted catch, one referee's decision, one video review, and suddenly the entire rugby world is talking about how the laws should be applied. That is part of what makes international rugby so fascinating. Every match produces new lessons. Every decision adds to the game's ongoing development. As the Springboks continue their season, attention will quickly shift toward their next challenge. But this incident involving Kurt-Lee Arendse will likely remain an important reference point whenever deliberate knock-ons are discussed in the future. For now, one thing is clear. The victory belongs to the Springboks. The debate belongs to rugby. And the conversation about consistency, fairness, and clearer laws is far from over. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this rugby update, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more Springboks news, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest international rugby stories. Have the